Hi guys, it's Emily from Doa Deer Nursery, and I'm here with little Miss Sayla Drew. She is my personal collection Serenity Eagles. And today I wanted to do a changing video for you guys. And this changing video, unfortunately, is a little bit bittersweet. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll likely already know that Sayla here has found a new mommy in London. I listed her for sale several weeks ago, or maybe not quite that long ago, week and a half, simply because I felt like I hadn't been bonding with her in quite some time. Once I finished my two fairly recent personal collection babies, my Tate Arcello and my Scarlet by Bonnie Brown, I just felt like, you know, as is pretty typical with a new baby, my attentions were kind of more focused on them, and that I just didn't have as much of a bond with Selah here. I think especially because she's currently the only baby in my collection who isn't made by me, which there's certainly nothing wrong with that. I completely love her artist and she's so beautifully done. But she definitely kind of stood out as looking kind of different than the rest of my babies, of course, because she was done in a different painting style. So anyway, for all those reasons, plus just in need of a little bit of funding right now for general life finances, I decided to list her for sale. And she did sell very recently. Like I said, her mommy is... she lives in London. She's so lovely from the conversations we've had so far. And so it's not completely sad. I'm so thrilled that she's going to be so loved by such a sweet mommy. I'm so excited that she's on Instagram so that I can continue to follow her and see photos of her. She has a beautiful like 3-piece pram, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a dusty rose color, and we were talking about how she's going to take her on walks in it. So that's all really thrilling and lovely and exciting. So yes, it's not completely sad, but now that the time is kind of upon us that she's getting ready to go home, the full emotion of it is kind of setting in. I've had her for maybe about 6 months. I think I got her around Christmas time last year, maybe a little bit later. I can't completely remember, but I have had her for some time and have, as you know, absolutely loved her, taken her on outings, taken her to the lake with me, changed her many times. And so yeah, it's just a little bit sad to part. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the changing video before I ramble on far too long. So I've had her in this really cute polar bear onesie, long sleeve onesie, for a few days. But I wanted to go ahead and get her into her going home outfit. And this was suggested by one of my, best friends in the reborn community. And I was just kind of texting her saying, it was starting to feel a little bit sad, the idea of sending her away. And she said what helped her when she sold her most recent personal collection baby was to just get her wrapped up right away. Because I've had Sayla in the cradle in my bedroom, sleeping next to Elodie. I can kind of fit a maximum of 2 babies in that cradle. And so I think because of that, she's still in the same space as my other personal collection baby. She still feels, like she's mine, or that, she's part of my personal collection, because she's in my personal collection reborn baby space, which technically she still is in my personal collection until, her payments are completed and everything. But I want to start getting in the mindset that she belongs to someone else, just so that it's, a little bit easier for me. And so I thought that was a great suggestion. So I'm not going to get her box completely packed right now because I'm still selecting a few items I want her to go home with. I will get her all dressed and ready and maybe even swaddle her. Oh, get this over her head. There we go. I always want to be really gentle and really stretch the neck of all onesies going over her head. I think my absolute favorite thing about Selah is her rooted hair. It's honestly the most fantastic rooting I've ever seen. Her artist is Cindy. I'll put her information down below. She doesn't do customs as of now, but occasionally she has a ready-made baby for sale, so feel free to check her out. So I'm also going to put her in a fresh new diaper. She's been in this one for quite a long time, and as you can see, it's starting to get rumpled and curl up around her legs. I also think that this is a size newborn. Oh no, it's a size 1. I thought it was a newborn because it looked a little small. I think she fits a size 1 diaper best. Newborn is a little bit snug on her, and size 2 is just too big. There we go. She is a large newborn size, so mostly I do dress her in newborn. It just does look a bit snug, and then occasionally I'll dress her in 0 to 3 if there's something really cute that I like that's only in a slightly bigger size. Alright, so first, as with all my babies, I'm going to put her in a plain white onesie. I'm not putting her tummy plate on her, just because I don't think she'll pack as well in a box. She'll be more stiff if she's got her tummy plate on. And generally I just don't want it on in transit. And that way too, I remember when I first opened Sayla, I'll actually put her box opening down below if you guys want to see that too. I remember opening up her tummy plate before I got to opening up her, and it was so exciting because it was this little preview of like what she's gonna look like and what her painting's like. And her tummy plate is honestly so gorgeous, guys. You've probably seen it in some of my videos. It's so well done. So yeah, I think that'll be nice for her new mommy to get to open that first. All right, there we go. All right, next I'm going to put her in this cute pink and white Carter's Child of Mine gown in size newborn. Honestly, guys, just watching her on my camera right now, she looks so real, and it's starting to hit me more and more, the idea of parting with her. And I don't want to sound like I regret this decision. I certainly don't. I know it was just kind of the right decision, both practically and emotionally. And again, her new mommy is lovely and is so excited for her, which makes me really happy. But I'm sure you reborn mommies and daddies out there can understand this feeling of, you know, even if you haven't been really bonded to one of your personal collection dolls in a really long time, or even if you feel like, you know, practically you could really benefit from the funds at that point in your life, that you still have this doll for, you know, however long, and you have loved them and bonded with them and, you know, considered them to be a really special part of your collection. So it is a little sad to see them go. I'm curious to know too, if you guys would leave in the comment section down below, let me know if you ever sold a reborn doll and really regretted it and wished you hadn't sold that baby. Even if you know, felt you absolutely had to financially, or you just kind of didn't want the doll anymore and then later changed your mind. I'm curious to know your guys' experiences, so leave that in the comment section down below. Alright, put her little arms down. Alright, and before I fix up her hair and put her hat on, I thought I would just give her one last feeding for you guys. So, open up my Avent bottle. sure you guys know this is pretty much the only bottle I use. There we go. She's a really good eater, my little grumpy face girl. What's kind of interesting about this kit is, I don't think when it was first released, because I'm not sure how involved in the reborn community I was when she was released, but I think when she was first really popular in the reborn community, I wasn't the biggest fan of this kit. I thought her expression was kind of a little bit too furrowed and too grumpy, and it just didn't really appeal to me. But then after seeing more and more versions of her, her expression really started to grow on me. And I think what it is, at least for me personally, with a more grumpy expression baby, it kind of triggers that instinctual need or desire to comfort a baby. You want to rock her and shush her and bounce up and down to make her feel comforted. And at least that's the feeling it elicits in me. And so she did really, really grow on me. And so when I came across this version, I was completely smitten and had to get her right away. Here, let's go ahead and burp her. Get her up onto her side. There we go. But yeah, when I first opened her, and you may notice this in my box opening video, I was a little bit in shock. I felt like the sculpt in person looked a little bit different than the way it photographed. Something in kind of the bridge of her nose I just felt looked different in person. And so I was a little unsure at first if I liked her. I wasn't sure if I liked the sculpt, and I kind of wondered like, oh, maybe I don't like this kit so much, maybe I made a mistake. But honestly, within a day, I had completely warmed up to it and was just kind of like overly nitpicking the kit. And then from then on was just head over heels in love with the sculpt. And Laura Lee Eagles does some of the most beautiful hands and feet I've ever seen, and they're really animated and look like they're in action, kind of based on the way they're posed. Oh, there we go. Good burp. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful sculpt. Let me know what you guys think of this Serenity sculpt, or just of Laura Lee Eagles sculpts in general. So one of the last things I'm going to do is just give her hair just a very light brushing. I'm not using any water or product because I feel like she still has a pretty decent amount of product in her hair from the last time I brushed it. So it's really holding its style. That's one thing I love about using the Johnson's No Tangle spray. While you don't want to overuse it and have buildup of product, if you use it just enough, it really kind of helps their hairstyles stay in place and not get super frizzy. All right, so something special I'm sending home with her is this beautiful crocheted bonnet made by Jamie Lynn of Once Upon a Whimsy, or Whimsy Knits on Instagram. Just going to gently place it on the back of her head so I don't fluff up her hair too much. There we go. And I thought it would just not only protect her hair and her head in travel, but look super cute with this gown and just be a nice little something for her mommy when she gets her. Just a little extra special gift. All right, so I've got her feet all covered. Going to fold this down to cover her pretty hands. I'm not going to do a diaper on her head yet. She will get an official box packing later. But I am going to go ahead and swaddle her. I have this really cute brand new blanket. It's Child of Mine brand and it's got white daisies on it. So we'll do a bit of a dance here. I'm going to lift her up. and lay this out. And we're gonna do a very traditional swaddle with the top corner down, starting on the left side. I don't know if you guys swaddle your reborns like a real baby, but I have always swaddled real babies as a nanny, and I just love the cozy, tight, comfortable feeling of it. So there we go. She's all swaddled like a little burrito. Gonna give her her little passy back. She won't wear this in transit because I wouldn't want it to scratch her face in any way, but she'll just have it for now to stay comforted. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you've enjoyed seeing Selah on this channel. Please say goodbye to her, and I'll put her new mommy's information in the description so you can go give her a follow to make sure to stay caught up with this sweet baby. She does have a new name already, but I'll let you check out her mommy's account to find out what that is. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.